Oh.
No, that's the game. I just try to catch you hit live without you knowing.
Hey, and we're live. I was giving my best Danarchy impression.
Yes.
Danarchy. I can't go that low. Danarchy.
Danarchy.
About as low as I can go. Hey, what's up, friends? It's Chasta and Huey live here on YouTube. And guess what? We have an intro this week. Finally. Friggin' finally.
Took long enough.
So
Okay.
we're now introing an intro. So play that beautiful bean footage, Huey.
Welcome, everyone, to the Chasta and Huey podcast. It's like hanging out with your childhood buddies at a dive bar having a beer together. Throw your headphones. Or better yet, they're like a security blanket. Maybe a little itchy, but still warm and cozy. It's time for the show. Here's Chasta and Huey.
Yeah! Cheers!
Cheers! Perfect for St. Patrick's Day.
I mean, we've had issues. It's a long story. We won't go into it, but we've been in the weeds about that specifically, and it got fixed, if you will. And
Yeah.
it worked out perfectly that it's on St. Patty's Day when we need to be having a beverage. Of course, we don't because we're at work. I have my sippy cup with water in it.
What? We're not allowed to drink this morning? I've been drinking all morning.
I was going to say, what's in that coffee cup over there? An Irish coffee, as it were.
Oh, no, that's our coworkers down the hall.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
That's a tip they've taught me a long time ago.
Oh.
I never done it, but
You
I know
would never.
down the hall, I know some people who used to do that. I guess it's okay
Are those people gone now?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, safe to say.
Yeah, I was going to say. Much like many others. Anyway, here we are. Happy St. Patty's Day.
Yes.
Dan DeLay, Chasta and Huey time. That's right. Hi, Dan. We love you so much, brother. I still wear your shirt all the time. It's a little big, so I wear it to sleep in. It's a really long story. But the long story short is that the shirt is Dan DeLay's face and beard, and it says, "Go away, old balls."
Only on the drink.
Because
that's right.
Only on the drinking show, because he got some internet hate one time about that, and he turned internet hate into merch, and I just think that's the most brilliant thing ever, and so I love it.
Is his band Drawing Heavens playing this Saturday
Is
at
it this Saturday?
Vinny's with Devil in California?
Dan, drop it like
Please.
a Taj.
Let us know. Is that confirming? Yes, it's Drawing Heaven, Devil in California at Vinny's in Concord.
That's on Saturday.
I believe so.
Fantastic.
Smiley face. Is that right?
That's right. There may be a delay. By the
Okay.
way, can we just, if you're watching on YouTube, can we just comment on my curls today?
Yes.
I did something a little different for the audience today. So long story short, I'm losing my hair. This is something I've told you. It's a hormone thing.
Oh,
I guess.
gotcha.
I don't know. But anyway, it's like leaving my head. And so I'm doing everything I can to be very delicate with my hair. So I'm trying not to style it too much or, use hot irons and stuff.
Keep its volume.
Yeah. So last night I did like these heatless curls. I looked so ridiculous. Jay looked at me. He was like, "You're not leaving the house like that, are you?" And I was like, "No." And then Cody walks in and he goes, "Whoa, are you going to work like that?" And I go, "No, bros, calm down."
It was
Here,
what?
I'll show you a picture.
Yeah,
I took a picture of it. It's these heatless curls, which is basically
Heatless
this.
curls.
Yeah, it's you should know this. Your mama was a beautician.
Yeah, I mean, she would have those curls she put in her hair. Oh.
I look like the girl from the Grinch that stole Christmas, like in Whoville. That's what I looked like. But anyway, long story short, and it worked. You can see the curls. It worked. So if you wonder about heatless curls, it's a little wild, but I'll figure out how to tame it.
Yes.
Okay, Dan DeLay, this
And Velvet
Saturday,
Grave.
Vinny's and Velvet Grave. Holy hell, what a bill. Devil in California, Velvet Grave, and Drawing Heaven. That is amaze balls.
There's so much going on this Saturday.
Ooh, yeah, I need to start working on daycare like right now.
Yeah. Ooh, maybe.
Michaela, speaking of the drinking show, can I come in for that one? Honey, you can come in for whatever you want. Are you kidding me? You're my child.
Man, this Saturday. Ooh.
What's going on this Saturday?
Well, just should I say name draw? No, I don't know. I feel Billy Joe Armstrong.
Oh, is that this Saturday?
It's this Saturday too.
Oh, that's some stiff competition.
I know.
What time is that event?
I don't know. I got to look it up. So yeah, I was talking to Billy Joe from Green Day last night. Sorry.
Just gonna drop that name right there. Gonna pick it up.
He reminded me that this Saturday, the Oakland Roots, the Oakland soccer team, is having their first game of the season at the Oakland Coliseum, and they sold 15,000 tickets. That's incredible.
That it really is incredible. Is he part owner, full owner?
No, that's the Oakland Ballers,
Oh, the
baseball
Ballers.
team.
Okay. Oh, I thought he was. Okay.
He's just a big supporter of the Oakland Roots. When we saw him at the Fillmore on one of his cabs, he had the Oakland Roots flag on there. Yeah. So, but the Oakland Ballers, him and Too Short, are two people who invested as owners into the organization.
I thought he was an owner in the other one.
But so the Oakland Ballers on Wednesday, April 2nd, they're going to play the San Jose Giants down in San Jose. So that's really cool. Opportunity down there as well.
That's very cool.
Yeah, I'm going to try to go to that game too. That'd be fun. I love the San Jose Giants baseball games. Our buddy Mike Holler, he works down there too. So it's always a fun time down there.
Speaking of Mike Holler, we were partying with him on Saturday. Okay, so today is St. Patty's Day, of course, but we had our party this past Saturday night at Old Princeton Landing. We're going to tell you some behind the scenes tea stories, spilling all the tea, as the kids say. It was wild. It was legit wild. It was like, I got there at 6 o'clock, which was early. It wasn't.
I was going to get there super early.
I did.
I left my house at like 6:15.
Oh my God! It was supposed to start at 7, but I was like, I got there at 6 to help our wonderful promotions girl Danny.
Yeah.
Her and I were going to set up, and Jay was, of course, with me because he always is, and he was helping.
It's a package deal.
Jay's always with me, so he was helping, and so we were trying to set up. The freaking place was sold out. But B, not only was it sold out, people were there ready to go at 6 o'clock.
And it was indoors too.
Yes, I could barely even squeeze in with our gear to set up.
Which I do love about OPL, the vibe inside. It's very intimate,
so fun.
cozy feeling.
Yes.
So yeah, it's an awesome spot just to drink and celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
As soon as I walked in the door, like Jason the plumber was right there, BDB, Rhonda, Liz and Kevin, who I adore. Like there were so many people. I mean, as soon as I hit the door.
Let's see. Also, our Fresno folks.
Yes, Jimmy and
Nikki as well.
Them. I mean, it was just like blam.
Metal
right
Rob
from
Metal Rob.
Got to meet him, see him again. Yeah. He's really, really nice. Representing a cool band that I'm going to check out. He said sounds like Alice in Chains. Very excited. Did he give you that pitch too?
Dude, give me a flyer.
Yeah.
Like my hands were both full with 2 Guinnesses. And he's like, here, come to our next show. I'm like, dude, my hands are full.
You're like, stuff it in my pocket, bro.
He literally did. He stuffed it in my jacket. I'm like, just message me the info.
Oh, that's pretty
I was
funny.
Like, come on, man, read the room. Like,
that's funny. Last night I was cleaning out my purse and I found that. So I'm going to listen to it today, Metal Rob. I promise you, I definitely will. I love whenever we hear about new bands. But it was, okay, so like a lot of our Bone Rock Night Out parties, that's what we call them, Bone Rock Night Out.
They really have taken a life of its own. Like they've really become must-see, must-attend events.
Yeah. This one, of course, being for St. Patty's Day, but also Lamont's birthday. Today is actually Lamont's birthday.
They've been doing it for over 2 years now. Because wasn't the first one February 2023 with the Merkins?
It was.
It was the
Valentine's Day one.
Yeah.
Was that the first one? It was the first one.
Or maybe sometime in 21.
No.
22.
The AC/DC one.
That's
was
right.
that one before?
So that was, I think, October 2022?
I think so,
I think so. Okay.
Yeah. So it's been a while
so
now.
almost about 2.5 years. They've really become like a Bay Area institution.
And we don't burn them out. It's not like we're out once every...
a quarter.
Yeah, it's like once a quarter. We try to like pick a venue, pick a band, like do a thing.
Not to derail you, but can we make the May one an official... the Staylight Empire show, an official, unofficial.
How sick is that show?
I know.
And
that's just like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's out online now.
So May 4th, May the 4th be with you.
you.
So Staylight Empire are going to be playing with Black Map for their EP release show, album release show.
I think it's EP.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I got to look
Bomb
at
the
it.
Hill, San Francisco.
Yeah. And it's a matinee show, by the way.
Oh, it is?
It's an afternoon thing.
Oh.
That's what Jay told me.
Look
so,
again.
unless Jay's information is wrong, which is possible, I'm just saying, I'm the one that runs the calendar in our house. So.
You need to replay, I love Staylight Empire's dual jailbreak cover.
Oh, I know. Isn't that
on
sick?
Bone Breakers. On
Jailbreaks,
yeah,
plural.
Jailbreaks.
It's funny because I mean, in my head, I
Dan
know.
DeLay should be there.
Yes.
I'm putting it out there already.
Absolutely. Put them on blast. In my head, I know it's Black Map. I love them. I think they're fantastic. Everything they do. And for some reason, I always say Black Flag. I'm like, I know it's
legendary
not,
punk band.
I know. I'm like, I know it's not Black Flag, but it always pops out of my mouth. So it is Black Map, who again I love.
I know Ben,
what's up?
He wants to come by and record with us.
Yeah, we're gonna do a chat and a beer, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, how should we do this? Should we do it on the podcast or?
I think we should go to Grumpy's and just record.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Should we not? Is that a bad idea?
I don't know. I was thinking, but that's the thing. This podcast, this platform we have now, this could be an avenue for people to come by and be part of this show to promote their stuff.
Right.
I don't know, because before, like, pre-Chasta and Huey podcast, like, Red Voodoo came by.
Yes, yeah.
Sorry, we're meeting right now. So,
We are in a
we're
meeting.
supposed to talk about St. Patty's Day.
I know.
Sorry, go back to St.
we're
Patty's
so
Day.
derailed.
We'll figure it out.
No, hold on. We're in the weeds now. So Black Map gonna play on May the 4th at Bottom of the Hill. It is their album release.
Album release, okay.
Hex album release, matinee show. Jay was right. Look at you, Jay. So it's Rotterdam, State Line Empire, and Black Map. Dude, that's gonna be amazing. 3 p.m. This is, you're after my heart.
What day? Is that a Saturday?
Sunday.
Oh, it's a Sunday. Oh,
which
yeah.
is why I'm sure they did the
Yeah,
matinee.
Bottom Hill does Sunday matinees.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
sweet.
That's going to be really, really cool. Anyway,
Okay.
yeah. Okay. So back to St. Patty's Day.
Rewind.
So Bone Rock Night Out, again, they are always fun. They're always legendary no matter what we do. I mean, our Americans gigs have been off the charts.
Yes.
I knew St. Patty's Day would be fun, and I knew it would be great because it was at Old Princeton Landing, which, you know, is like my hometown place.
Mhm.
And Brian is so awesome that I was like, this is going to be great.
He's the coolest.
God, isn't he?
He's the coolest guy ever.
I know.
Party animal, like he's a mixture of John Belushi meets Chris Farley.
Oh, that's a great call.
Yes.
I'm not looking like Chris Farley, by the way.
No. Just like personality, animated, energetic. Yeah.
He's just so warm and loving. He makes you feel like you've known him your entire life.
Your family.
He's the only guy I do shots with. So I walk in the door and he's like one of the first people I see. And immediately he gives me this big old hug, like it's like a bear hug where he like swings you around, right?
He puts
very Chris Farley type.
He puts his forehead into your shoulder
He does.
or chest. Like,
Yeah.
Grr.
It's like a hug that's like a wrestling hug. It's like a wrestling move meets
bear
a hug.
hug.
It is a bear hug. But then he like puts this bottle of Jameson basically in my face and he's like, go! And I'm like, God dang it. Yes, the Black Map is rad AF. You're distracting me. You're putting comments up. Anyway, I have a point here.
Yes.
Okay, so he hands me this bottle of Jameson, and I don't do shots, but I do them with Brian. Brian is, for some reason, the only person that I do shots with. I don't know why. He is. And so he hands me this bottle of Jameson. I'm like, well, it came from Brian, so here we go. And so I tip it back. Now, here's what's funny about this. So P1 Paul, our dear friend, our beloved P1 Paul.
It's so good to see him again.
So great to hang with him. It's been way too long. He's standing there, and he has his camera up, and he takes a photo. I just want it to be known, your girl over here did not chug an entire bottle of Jameson, which is what people on the internet think I did. I literally went like this, bloop, and that was it. It was like not even, I wouldn't even say a shot. It was like a sip. But he caught the picture as it was up like this. And everyone online is giving me so much shit about my drinking. And I'm like, first of all, one guy was like, oh, really good mother role model there.
Oh, my God.
Are you effing kidding me? First of all, F off, okay? A, it's none of your business. B, you have the problem because you're assuming that I drank a whole bottle of Jameson because there was a picture taken. Like, calm the fuck down.
People make their own assumptions, run with it,
Now I
and
need
think
a
that
drink.
that is fact.
I know that.
Well, that's just social media in general and the world we live in.
That is the problem with the world we live in. People create their own freaking reality.
Their own narrative.
My
on stuff.
God. By the way, that whole night I had that little sip of Jameson and I had like a beer and a half, 2 beers.
I'll just say, there's a lot of fucking
That's fine.
morons out there.
Seriously, can we underline and bold that, please?
Clip this. I think that's what you do, because the thing I use to make clips, you gotta say clips, and maybe that helps like isolate
Clip
it.
that,
Clip
bitch.
that.
Clip it.
I think I saw some video. Oh my God, like the whole podcast YouTube world I've been following down the last couple of weeks, like so many different things. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, it killed me. So that was
fun.
like right out the gate. I was throwing back apparently an entire bottle of Jameson, but I was fine. But what was crazy? Here are the highlights for me.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that you might agree with some of these. The cake incident.
Yes.
First of all, okay.
So, okay, well, first off, one, I was trying to get a beer, so I got there a little bit late just because I brought my dad and my Aunt Katie.
I didn't even get to see Katie
I know.
the whole night. How did that happen?
Yeah, she's the one who officially, that for the record, and she loves to brag about this, for the record, my Aunt Katie, my dad's younger sister, is the one who originally named me Baby Huey as a little kid. It was a family nickname, which then turned into the radio name.
Yes.
So my Aunt Katie, she's the
She
one that
gets the
came up
credit.
with it.
And
She
she's
gets the credit.
lovely. I know Katie. I love Katie. She's
Yes.
wonderful.
And I got my dad out of the house, you know.
Daddy Delmore being out at a party is always a fantastic
I mean,
thing.
you know, I had to get it's St. Patrick's Day. We're Irish, so yes, they wanted to get out of the house and celebrate.
That's great. I love it. It's
Yes.
fantastic. By the way, we've got part of State Line Empire on now. Thomas Cruz,
wait.
you had a snippet of JMO. Yes, I did. I did. You, Thomas, Thomas is like my brother. You know, I would never chug Jameson. Like, there's no way. I'm not even capable. I would puke. It would be coming out my nose if I were to actually chug Jameson. There's no way.
No, I'll have conversation.
I know that now everybody's chatting in the
Yes.
comments. Okay, so here's the thing. I went and got Lamont a cake before I went out there. And so I bring it in and everything is fine, right? I was able to make it through the crowd, get from one side of OPL to the other. Mari's helping me set up. We find the lighter. Everything is good, right? And then I take the top off, the cover off, and I'm literally, all I have to do now is turn around to Lamont. That's it.
At the end of the bar.
At the end of the bar,
Yeah.
I just needed to turn around. Somebody hits my elbow and the whole thing slides right out of my hand straight into the wall.
I'm just like the paper towel commercial.
Yeah.
No!
And there was no stopping it. It was in slow-mo.
Yeah.
But it hits the wall and kind of slides and sticks. So now it's just sticking to the wall.
The actual cake?
Yes.
So the whole cake was like
Stuck on the wall.
90-degree.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
So I reached over and I peeled it off the wall. So whoever ate the cake ate whatever was on the wall. Which you ate a piece, didn't you?
Yeah, I ate a piece. but you gave me frosting side.
I did.
So
that
and it all did touch the wall.
It all touched the wall.
Oh,
It
wow.
all touched the wall. Let's hope the cleaning people at OPL.
Yeah.
I mean, you're fine. You made it. You lived. You're good.
It's like I was thinking Michael Jackson off the wall.
But it specifically was like stuck to the wall. And
That's
then I was
amazing.
like, oh my God. So I leaned over and I pulled it off the wall. Well, obviously, like half of the icing came off of it. And so the cake had half of the icing off of it. And that was on the wall that I had to clean off later. So it was a hot mess. But anyways, we had cake. But then Brian, owner of OPL, who we love dearly, comes over and I'm like, Brian, your cake. And he is smashed at this point. He takes the cake and he's like looking like he's going to eat it. And then he just like throws it up in the air and cake and icing just go everywhere. I'm surprised he didn't hit you in the face. Part of it hit Mari.
Okay, well, no, because he threw. Then there was what I was getting at earlier when I was getting my beer. When I came in, I was at a couple Guinnesses. I was chugging, and then someone, P1 Paul, you guys down at the other end. P1 Paul saw me, and Brian had a plate of corned beef and cabbage sent my way. So like,
by the way,
thank you.
Brian made that himself, I believe.
Oh,
that's what I was told.
So I went outside and ate it, but I came back in and then made my way down because Jay and I were trying to get to you guys, and Jay's like me, lead the way, lead the charge. I'm fighting my way through people. Some dumbass started pushing me. Hey man, where you going? I'm like, I turned around. It was this short little dick. But I was like looking. I was like, motherfucker, isn't it obvious? I'm trying to get to my people. Like I'm pushing people for the fun of it.
Right.
Dumbass. I'm trying to get from point A to point B. You think I'm like out here pushing?
You should have been like, don't you know who I am, bitch? Clip it. Clip it.
Clip it. And I just turned around and looked at it, and Jay jumped in the middle and said, God, what did Jay say? He said, like, big guy making his way through or something. Jay, like, intervened.
Oh, good on him.
And then I was like,
that.
don't mess with me, because I was already kind of in the mood because I was
Right.
stressing getting there on time,
Right.
all that stuff. So I get to you guys, and yes, I see there's more plates of corned beef and cabbage. But yeah, I think Brian threw cabbage at Mari.
He threw cabbage. He threw corned beef for the rest
It
of
was
the
on
night.
her shoulder.
It was.
She had like cabbage growing out of her shoulder.
For the rest of the night, I was slipping on corned beef.
Yes, then it fell on the floor.
On the floor. And my boots, every time, I swear, every 5 seconds, I would hit it and go, like, slip.
Yeah.
That's why I know I wasn't drunk, because I would have eaten shit if I had had more Jameson.
We were in this corner, which, like, I felt bad. Like, hopefully listeners were able to make their way, come over to us. Like, one guy was coming up to me and started asking me, like, these serious questions about the radio station. I'm like, dude, it is St. Patty's Day weekend. Let's have fun, drink beer. Don't ask me all these serious questions. Like, one, like, where's Tanel? All this. I'm like, dude, this is not the time. Like, I'm trying to party.
No, we're trying to have fun.
Read the room.
Read the room. By the way, I just have to say, I feel so good about myself because this girl comes up and she was lovely. I'm not going to say her name because I don't want to put her on blast.
Okay.
But she was so sweet. She starts talking to me. Big fan. Always listens to the show. Love, love, love. Right? So then she starts telling me she has a girlfriend. And apparently,
Nice.
apparently, her words, not mine. I am a problem in their relationship.
Oh.
I was like, oh my God, I've made it. I've made it. And then her and
You're
Jay
the Lizzie
started-
Hale
I'm the Lizzie Hale.
of this situation.
I've never felt so honored in my entire life. And she starts telling that to Jay too. And he's like, oh, it's funny. He's like, I always worry about the guys. Like I have to worry about guys coming up and being inappropriate. And she was not inappropriate, by the way. She was lovely. But he was like, never once have I thought about like having to like put a palm up to the girls. And I was like, bro, I will take a compliment wherever I can get it.
There was another listener. I could say her name because she wanted me to give her a shout out on the radio. But before I forget, Jenna, extremely nice bonehead. She pinched my nipple as she was leaving. She was like,
she didn't.
Yeah, I don't think it was. I think it was her boyfriend, husband, someone. But they said goodbye, and then she pinched my nipple on the way. I'm like, thank you. It's St. Patrick's Day weekend. I'll let it slide.
See, now you took my glory away. Nobody pinched my nipple. Now I feel bad. Clip it.
Clap it. Pinch nipples. Come in, Tokyo. But no, it was extremely fun. Like I said, it was indoors and it was packed. It was just good vibe, good energy. People were having fun. Like you said, if you're in the peninsula or on the coast, go down to Half Moon Bay, go down to Old Princeton Landing for a good time. If you go to the Bones YouTube channel, so please first subscribe to the Chasta and Huey YouTube channel. But at some point, maybe I'll put in the description. We did talk to Brian once.
Yes, we did.
Interviewed him last year.
That's great. We need to do part 2 of that.
So yeah, I'll put that in the description of this video. So down below, you can watch the interview and kind of learn more about Brian's history, how he got OPL, all that stuff.
It's a really cool story, and he's just a really cool guy. So if you stop in there, tell him that we told you to go, and have a drink with him because he is a good ass time. I will say, I legitimately shout out to Fiddian's Call, the band that was playing. I legitimately felt like we were in Ireland. Totally. Oh my God. They played for like 3 hours nonstop. It was unbelievable. And it was just banger after banger. It was so much fun. Everybody was dancing. It was crazy.
Which I can say I did celebrate one time St. Patrick's Day in Dublin, Ireland. So I know the vibe, the feeling. Yes.
So did it feel like that to you?
Absolutely. Fiddian's Call, shout out to them. They really just created that scene. So yeah, it was, 13 years ago today, back in 2012, Lamont, let's see, Paul, me.
Was Sully with you?
No, Sully, he had to stay back at the station because of his immigration status.
Immigration issue. Yeah, that's
he
right.
couldn't travel out of the country at the time.
That's right.
So the 3 of us went. Also, Madden, our old coworker.
Yeah.
So the 4 of us went. And yes, we broadcast from the Jameson Distillery, which is the factory that produces Jameson whiskey.
That's amazing.
And it was awesome. They had bands playing there. We went out at night to different bars. And it was just trippy. The Guinness, for some reason, just tastes different in Dublin, Ireland. Maybe because it's fresh, it's right there. But it's just trippy, like different bars we went to. Tanelli and I, multiple nights, went out late at night party. That was one of my best moments hanging out with Tanelli.
I'm so jealous. That was before my time. Or actually, what year was that?
2012. So I think you came like 4 months later.
Yeah, I just started like a few months after that.
So
July.
So Tanelli and I, we would go around and like I would talk and people were like, oh, you're American. Like, I have an American accent. Right. So I stood out to them. Oh, you're American. Oh, you're a big fella. And we went to the bar, like the one that has the Phil Lynott, not Lynott. I learned that Phil Lynott of Thin Lizzy, his statue right outside there. But just all these different people from different countries speaking. A lot of people, it's a big tour event, tourist event, a lot of people visiting. Yeah. And it was so much fun. I have some old videos on YouTube, I think on my Huey Cam channel. I'll put those.
If you find them, put links in. I would love to see those as well.
Me walking around on St. Patty's Day during the parade. It was incredible. It was so much fun. But that was like my one time, the only time I got to travel out of the country with my passport. So I had a passport for 10 years. That was the only stamp I got in it.
Oh, God.
So it made me wish, like, I really want to go travel again or
Never
just travel
too late.
more. Yeah,
Never too late. You know, I have a list of places that you need to go. My mom has been to Ireland, loves it. I've never been to Ireland, but I did spend St. Patty's Day in London because I went there and studied abroad. And so I was there with my dear friend Hillary. Michaela, if you're still on here, you know Hill. And she and I were at a pub. We were only 18, maybe 19, but you can drink there.
Yeah.
You know, so
is 18 is drinking age?
I'm pretty sure it was my first time to ever have Guinness, and it was on St. Patty's Day with a bunch of Irish people in a bar in London. It was incredible, so fun. It wasn't Ireland, but it was as close as I've ever gotten.
It's in the UK. So
it was great.
Europe,
yeah, it was a really good time.
Awesome. No, but like I said, it just made me like to this day I dream about going back to Ireland. It's just so much fun to walk around, the people, the vibe, the positivity. It's I'm a little worried to travel now outside the country, what people think of America.
No kidding.
But nonetheless, it's like man, like I gotta save up for it. Like I am jealous of like these girls I see on Instagram who like travel like every couple months. They always go to different places. Like
there are cheap ways to travel. I can teach you the ways because trust me, on the places that my mom and I have gone, they're not expensive.
Yeah.
Like when we've gone on trips like to Cambodia and places like that. Now, if you're gonna go to like a real ritzy place, then that's different. I mean, we've stayed in some sketch hotels, but it's worth it. And you always have stories.
Okay.
It's crazy. Ireland is my mom's favorite place. So my mom and I had this pact that whenever one of us die, the other person has to meet them on the other side. So we decided where we're going to meet each other. So she has a place in Ireland that I have to travel to after she passes. If I pass before her, she has to go back to the Taj Mahal in India because that's my place. Her and I went to the Taj before loved it.
Did she tell you where in Ireland?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, she has a favorite place, and so
she's been there before.
She has been there, but I didn't get to go with her on that.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's our pact where we'll go find each other. Wow. Isn't that neat? I know. I love it.
Oh, that would be really cool. I mean, just
be very emotional.
Yeah, Ireland is just is very like green. I mean, it's just it's
stunning.
Just we were driving from the hotel to the Jameson distillery, which by the way, I just love the time difference. So like 6 a.m. here was like, I think 1 o'clock over there, start time, 1 p.m. So literally we could sleep in, have breakfast downstairs.
So you did the morning show starting at like 1? In
the early afternoon.
Oh, that's amazing.
And then get down there and still have like an hour to prep, take your time and just, do the broadcast. It was incredible. And then, as we were driving, the driver said, "Oh, right there, that bar is over 800 years old." I'm like, "What?"
Yep.
I mean, you think about America, we're not even 300 years old.
We're such babies.
I don't know what the math is. Like, what, 1775? Anyway.
So when you go to New Orleans, there are still things that are open or buildings that are still there from that era.
Yeah.
That's as old as we get. I'm sure there are in New York City and Boston as well. Like there are certain cities in the country where you have that. But that's a baby. That's nothing compared to
other parts of the world. Like,
the world.
That bar over 800 years old. I mean, it's incredible.
I know, isn't that nuts?
But the architecture, all that stuff. So, but the funny thing is, I swear on that trip, I think we were probably there 3 full days outside the travel days, 3 full days. Every bar we went to, there was a band playing, and every band did Whiskey in the Jar some point.
Of course.
So, like, I love the song, but yes, I know it's an Irish traditional song, and then Lizzie made it popular, then Metallica made it even more popular. But yeah, it was just an amazing experience walking around. People were friendly. Like I said, I just can't stress enough how much I want to go back there. I don't know, maybe a different time of the year. I mean, St. Patty's Day, it's really crowded, obviously.
Yeah, that's like going to Mardi Gras in New Orleans. It's like you're ready to go. Like, you know what you're getting into.
But yeah, shout out Finian's Call. Like I said, they totally had that same vibe, presentation, the sound. And yes, upbeat. And they did some great covers. I think a Pogues cover.
Yes,
and I think a Dropkick Murphys cover, or at least a cover that Dropkick Murphys has also done. I have to, like, Jay and I looked at each other like, oh yeah. Like we were.
Oh yeah, I saw you guys do that.
Yeah, but we recognized the song, but I've heard it before, but I know Dropkick Murphys has done it before.
By the way, shout out to Dropkick Murphys. Their social media videos. Lately? I'm like, tell them. I mean, it's been fantastic.
Shout out Ken Casey.
Man, he's not messing around.
So Dropkick Murphys played at the Fox in Oakland years ago, I think when it first reopened. Mm-hmm. And on their last song, they usually have people jump on stage. I jumped on stage.
Oh my God.
And I took a selfie with them with my old cell phone.
No way. How have I never seen that photo? When was that?
Let me see here. I think I have it to my email.
That is crazy. Okay, as you look for that, I'm going to transition us because we do have a Huey help that we want to get into. You found it? Oh my God, that is amazing. Look what a baby you are.
So yeah, it's on stage at the Fox in Oakland. I said, hey, Ken, can I take a quick photo after the song ended? So and he flipped off my old cell phone.
That's fantastic. That is a perfect example of what a grand archivist Huey is. Because literally he has anything he can think of at the ready because all of his hold up, I'm giving you your flowers. All of your backups are like from month and date of year and like he's got everything filed away. So if he thinks of something, he can just like look in his archives. It's incredible.
I still laugh. I can't believe I found this.
I know that was Dan Archie. You posted that on social over the weekend, right?
Yeah. But in fact, I took a photo. I was so happy to get a shift or whatever. I took a photo with my name because I wrote that on the board.
Your camera wasn't focusing on you for a second. Sorry. No, and then it won't focus on you. Pull it back.
Whoa.
That's trippy. All right. Okay. Come into focus.
It takes a second to adjust. Sorry, people.
He's too fast moving.
Let me see.
Cat like speed and reflex.
Can't keep up with me.
I know. Oh,
there we go.
You're coming.
There
You're coming back.
There you go. Back. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's get into it. We've got a Huey help we want to get to before we wrap it up here, and this one is it's relatable. I would say. Yes. Do you have it?
Oh wait.
Not to put you on the spot.
No. I realized Tony left his thing.
Gotcha.
Give me one.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Cheap ways to travel, Michaela. Yes, absolutely. I will not gatekeep. This is going to sound like an ad, but it's not. Travel Zoo. Sign up for their weekly newsletter.
What's it? Travel
Zoo.
Oh,
Travel Zoo. They send out a top 20 deals every single week, and they'll send you an email, and it'll be like deals to everywhere you can imagine. Okay. But you do have to go where they tell you to go. Okay, go ahead.
I got it here.
Yep.
If you've got trouble, we've got the cure for what ails ya.
The Bay Area's bestie, Huey, is here with advice.
It's Huey Help.
All right, Huey Help. Are you ready for some sage advice, Huey?
I feel like I need a shot of Jameson before going into this.
You probably do. Yeah, you probably do. All right.
Okay.
This is from Lena. Lena says, one of my friends who I've been friends with for decades used to be so kind and thoughtful. Over the last few years, she's changed. She's not mean to me exactly, but she's become really harsh about the world. Girl, I feel you.
Ooh, like a negative outlook on life.
Yeah, I guess so. She says she does. This is not good. Okay. She has no sympathy for people who are struggling and believes that everyone gets what they deserve. She says she does well because she works hard, and anyone who's suffering must have made bad choices. No empathy much. It's unsettling because she used to be more understanding and now she seems almost cold. I've tried to push back, but she just shrugs it off. Is this an argument I'm never going to win? Is this a red line for me being my friend? Do I just have to stop being friends with her?
Now I get it.
This is Huey Help. I got a little something to say here, but.
Okay. Well, first off, thank you for emailing us. You can do so, chastaandhuey@gmail.com. No, it sucks. We do know someone who's gotten more negative over the last couple years. I'm keeping vague. I'm not gonna say any names.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do know someone that
very similar to this.
Yeah, we were close with.
Yeah.
And then that person over the last 5 years got really more distant. Like this is someone I consider like a brother.
Yeah.
Like a best friend. And
who turned dark.
Yeah. He just got more distant and just wasn't like texting. It was like a one-sided conversation. I was always the one reaching out, texting him and checking in on him. He would never check in with me. He just became like super distant. And I have not yet had that heart-to-heart conversation with him, which I do. And yeah, it was just really weird. Just they got super distant and just their personality started to change. Just stuff
with no real explanation.
Yeah, just stuff they start posting on social media, and it's a lot of negative posts and just outlook on stuff and just negative stuff on the Bay Area. It's just really trippy how much this person has changed. It really is not the same person. And at first I thought it was him trolling. I know he likes to troll stuff, but it's really grown bigger than that. And just the real tipping point. The breaking point for me was not getting invited. You and I both not getting invited to his wedding. And that really hurt. And that really opened my eyes up. Okay, something's wrong. We're not on the same page anymore. So for me, just my own personal situation, I have not had that heart to heart with him.
Do you want to?
I do, to clear the air, and at least tell him how I feel. Because in the past, there's been times where he was upset with me on certain things and he would tell me, and I respected that.
Yeah. Sure.
And I learned from that.
Sure.
But now when I turn the tables, like, hey, you called me out on my stuff in the past, I'm going to call you out on your stuff.
That's
and
fair.
So with that being said, that's my advice. It's like, it's a tough, for me, I hate confrontations. I hate having those tough talks, but I know sometimes.
Actually, you've grown so much since I've known you. In the 15 years-ish that I've known you, you're a different person in a good way.
Yes. So thank you. So that's what I'm saying. With her, it sounds like you got to have that tough talk with them.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Even when we talked to Parkway Drive last year, was it last year after Shock? The year before? Year before. He told me the band was on the verge of breaking up, but they had to sit down with like a therapist and like a big discussion, everyone air it out. And because of the band is much stronger now, and they're torn to come through Concord this summer, but Parkway Drive, that's just one example of a band on the verge of breaking up, and they had a lot of unresolved issues holding that they kept bottled in. They finally had like a mediator or therapist. I forgot what it was. I have to go back. You can watch the interview on
like
YouTube.
Metallica did.
Yeah, and let it all out and discuss it. So if you know someone in your life that's acting different, don't be afraid to have that talk with them and tell them. Maybe they're just not realizing it. They don't know how to read the room, that they're coming off a certain way, and it's changed over time. So, yes, have that talk with them.
It's so important to be self-aware. I mean, this is part of why, true story, and I'm not saying this to plug my podcast. In fact, I won't. But I have a podcast that I do, not as often as I'd like. But it is therapy for me because a lot of the stuff I say out loud, I don't even realize I'm thinking until I have said it out loud. So it is a way of checking myself, keeping myself in check on the way I look at the world, the way I see things, the way I react to others. Besides who you were just talking about, I can think of a couple of other people who have taken this turn. And look, I'll be honest, like with everything going on in the world, it wears on you, and I have noticed if I let it, it will shift my personality. But it's up to me to keep myself in check. And if you're close enough with this friend, then I feel like it is completely within reason to say, hey, I've noticed a turn. I don't know what's going on specifically, but I'm a little concerned about it. Can we have a talk about it? You should be able to. I feel like if I was that way, you would come at me and vice versa. I'd be like, buddy, we gotta sit down and have a come to Jesus kind of moment. I feel like that's what I'm for. Like that's what a good friend is for.
Absolutely.
There to help you get through stuff like that.
A reality check when you need it.
Right. To keep you grounded.
Yes. Like it's absolutely very important. I think those people are the real ones.
Yes.
Whether it's a friend, a family member, or a work situation, you should be able to express yourself, what's on your mind, have that deep talk, deep conversation. And if there's an issue that needs to air it out, it's not good to keep it in and bottle in. I know I'm not perfect with that type of stuff, but it's
hard.
I need to practice more what I preach there, but the same can be said for a lot of people. It's easier said than done. But yes, with that being said, if there's something going on with someone, and who knows, maybe they then, once you confront them about it, then they can open up and say, you know what? This is what's going on. And they just felt uncomfortable.
It gives them an opportunity to just
express themselves, open up, and then maybe you're opening up the floodgates for them that they needed. Yeah. They needed someone there for that. And then, they can come to you and be like, thank you for helping me realize that, and learn. I can learn from this, or I can go seek help for this, or whatever.
I can say you should fully expect them to be defensive in the beginning.
Oh, totally.
Most people are when you're quote unquote calling them out on something.
Everyone's perfect in their world.
Of course, right? But I think upon reflection, if they give themselves a beat and think about it and they come back to you, great. If they don't, if they continue to push you back and be like, aggressive about it or super negative or don't want to have the conversation and this continues, yes, you are well within your rights to have them not be in your life anymore. And I know that sounds harsh and I don't mean it like that. Like just forget about them because relationships are important and long-standing relationships even more so. But it has to be a two-way street. You have to get something out of it. Like when you have a friendship like you and I have, there's a flow, there's a come and go. There's like, you've got stuff going on. I come to you with stuff going on. Both people have to benefit it. And if that's not the case, you need to express yourself. If they don't take that seriously, they're clearly not the friend for you.
And that sucks when, for me, the person I was referring to earlier, it was like after I think 6 months, or the fact that I did a test. I was like, I'm not going to text them for like a week, see what happens. Nothing happened. I think 2 weeks went by, nothing happened. I'm like, okay, this is odd. We used to text daily, just different things. And so it sucks when you realize something's off here. Yeah. And so, it's.
Once you realize it's a one-way street, it's hard.
It is tough. And listen, I'm not I am not friends with everyone that I once was in elementary school, middle school, high school, college. Yeah. I get it. People change, people evolve. But this situation, this person, I did a lot of cool things with this person. We had a lot of fun together. Like I said, I thought he was someone I could see as a best friend
for
life.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, something happened over the last 5 years. That's one thing that sucks about COVID. I think you and I talked about before. Like COVID really just was eye-opening of like who your real friends are, who your real family members are, all that stuff. When there's a lot of shit going on in this world, who can you count on to help you get through it?
Amen to that. Yeah, it's true. Well, I hope that was helpful. I know it's a terrible situation. Like there's nothing easy that comes from it. But Lena, we really appreciate you reaching out to. I mean, we call it Huey Help, but I obviously can't help but chime in. I'll give my piece as well.
I was gonna say that it's a Chasta vent.
Oh man.
I'm trying to think of
Chasta tirade. We could have a whole nother feature here.
Yeah.
All right, let's give some shout outs for those that are chiming in on the comments. Casey! Oh my God, freaking rock star extraordinaire. Casey there, of course, of Drawing Heaven fame. Thank you for always being a force of positivity. Oh, love you, buddy.
Thank you.
That's really, really nice.
Thank you so much.
I don't know if you saw, I think it was the last podcast, Casey. I was raving about how much I love Drawing Heaven.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite hats, too. It's funny because, I bought, I was at one of their shows and I bought one of their hats and I was like, oh, you need a black on black one. I bought like a black on teal. It says DH on it.
Ooh.
And then they sent me the black on black one and I thought that was really nice. So now I have two and they're badass.
Oh, nice.
The black on black one is the one I run in all the time.
Dude, they're magical live. I'll just say that.
Magical is the word. Oh my God.
When I saw them,
they give me like the same feeling I get when I see the Deftones. I get with Drawing Heaven.
Dan, when I saw you guys at, was it the Ritz in San Jose with, Dress to Dead.
Oh, yeah.
Right, Dan? That was like a few years ago. I think that was right before COVID hit. I think that was December 2019.
Was it really?
I think so. Dan,
I saw them.
Confirm if I'm...
Wait, you saw them weren't you with me when we went to the Fox? Like last year?
Who?
You. Drawing Heaven.
They were at the Fox?
Yeah. Yeah, Dan.
Little Fox.
Little Fox.
Club Fox. Sorry.
Club Fox,
I thought Fox in Oakland.
No.
I was like, what?
What? No, Club Fox.
Yeah,
Wasn't
yeah.
that last year?
Yes.
2 years ago. I can't remember.
Yeah.
It's so
it's all a blur, man.
Yeah,
when you live the rock star lifestyles that we do, man, it's all blur, man. I'm like Nikki Sixx in the 80s.
Yeah, you are. Oh, we just little old DH. No, it's not true. Thomas, my boy, my brother from another mother, are forced to be reckoned with live. They really are. Thomas is putting you on blast, by the way, about New Orleans. I don't know if you saw that. I know. It's tough. It's expensive.
It is.
Here, I'll just say it. He's got wrestling coming up, and it's wrestling or me, and he's choosing wrestling. I'm kidding. I love you. You know I don't care. I already told you I don't care.
I'm wearing a Demolition shirt. We'll do our own stuff.
He's going to WrestleMania. Where is it?
Las
Dallas.
Vegas.
Oh, why did I think Dallas?
Well, Dallas was 3 years ago.
Wow. Okay, I'm a little behind.
Yeah.
Vegas.
Yes.
Vegas. Okay, he's going to WrestleMania in Vegas.
Well, I mean, I haven't got my confirmation yet. I'm waiting for the confirmation. I applied for credentials.
WrestleMania, you're letting him come. They would say no to Dan Archie.
I know, Baby Huey.
AKA Baby Huey.
The best interviewer of wrestlers here in the Bay Area, if not Northern California.
I was going to say, whoa, you're like downplaying it. No, you're the best, so you'll be there. Anyway, so Thomas, no, we'll have a shot. Or maybe not a shot. We'll have some Jameson for you in New Orleans. We'll pour some out for our homie. All right, you guys. Little Fox. It was last year. It was with Devil in California. That's what I thought. See, I've got some sort of memory up there. All right. Thank you guys for everyone in the comments on YouTube, watching live and chatting with us. We love you so much. You're always here, and we so appreciate it. And make sure you connect with us on social. We're going to find out what clips we get this week on social media. That's going to be interesting. We'll see if your theory on Clip It works.
Yeah, so please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Chasta and Huey.
Oh,
also,
as I punch my microphone.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can watch the whole video of the podcast there, but also I've been clipping up segments of the episode. So if you only have time to watch maybe one segment, that's fine. Every little bit helps. That's what I'm stressing.
Yes.
Any video you can watch, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, anything helps. So watching this live, the whole episode, that's awesome. But also, like I said, if you only have time to say, them talking about Huey Help or them talking about St. Patty's Day. I only have time for that.
Or them talking shit.
Yes. All good. But
which we do really well as well.
But yeah, please subscribe there, share it, thumbs up, all that stuff. You know the algorithm, that whole thing. Everyone says it. So ChastaandHuey@gmail.com as well.
All right. We love you guys. Mwah. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patty's Day. Bye.